Hello everybody, John here, and today onto the garage. I'm getting Betsy ready for action as office and accommodation for next week for work. And mission number one is to get some water in the tank with some cleaner just to flush the system through. We use it reasonably regularly and top the tank up, so it's not as if it's coming out of storage, but yeah, I just want to give her a proper refresh. So first thing first, let's find the right key. Do have a full-on water safe, drinking safe hose that lives in Betsy for topping up the blue stuff. As all I'm going to do with this is fill the tank, put some cleaner in, and then drop it all back out again, just using the hose pipe. But we'll make sure the hose has got fresh water in it before I do anything. It's got a little lock on feature, so we can pop that in there. And she'll do her thing. We're filling up the freshwater tank there. Down here we have the outlet for the freshwater tank, and even though I've only put a few gallons in, what I'm going to do is open this up so that it starts to flush through and take out whatever's been sat in the bottom. Again, we use the tank regularly, so it's not like we're expecting cobwebs and dust. And I'm going to let that run for a couple of minutes. So this is the stuff I'm going to use. As with quite a lot of things I show you, I'm not saying it's the best. It's not sponsored or anything, it's genuinely just what I use. So this one's called Aquasol. It's readily available anywhere that does camping, that sort of thing. This stuff is available. And the reason I like this is you can use it for absolutely anything. Disinfect and deodorise stored water. 1 capful for 25 litres of water when filling your tank. Deodorise new tanks and containers. So sometimes you get a new water container, it's got a plasticky smell. That will take it out. Washing salads, fruit and vegetables. 1/2 capful in 2 litres of water. So basically you use this to make water safe, essentially. Tasteless and odourless, and keeps water fresh and free from contamination. And they do a tablet form, and the advantage of these is they're easy to get into your tank. You don't have to use a funnel or anything, you can literally just flick the tablet into the tank. So maybe today we'll use this one as we're using the big internal tank, whereas this is really easy to chuck into the small containers that maybe carry around my drinking water in. One big tablet. Down the neck. And another big tablet. Down the neck. You can't swallow without water. So now with the drain shut, we'll let that fill up. So I've got 12 volt turned on. Water tank level showing quite high. which we know is wrong. So what we need to do is wait till the tank overflows, and then we'll set the maximum using this little knob, because at the moment it says just under 3/4 full. Because these tank level sensors are basically just voltmeters, the condition of your battery affects to some extent the position. That's why it's important to regularly give it a little tweak with this. So either set your known full or your known empty. I'm going to fill this till it overflows and set that as just beyond full. And when I drain it out, I'll make a note of where the zero is and just give things a bit of a tweak around. Use the filling and emptying as a test. The pump in this van is a tank pressurizing one, so when you turn this on, I don't know if you can hear it, you can hear the pump running even though I'm not running any water, because it's applying a bit of pressure. And just get the water running. There we go. To ensure there's absolutely nothing of the old stuff left in these pipes when I drain everything out. It's also bringing that water with the purifying tablet into play. And as the van has a water heater, it's important to separately run the hot to push, there we go, to push all the air out of the water heater cylinder and bring fresh water through the hot system. Currently my water heater only works on mains because the burner's buggered. That's something I've got to address. I'm come into the bathroom, open the window because it's hot, and we'll use the shower head to purge the lines in here. So it'll trigger on the back of there. So I'm going to turn on the hot and the cold and press the button and get rid of the air out of that system too. And again, making sure that all the pipes are in contact with new fresh water. It's got those tablets in. That's looking good. Hang the little shower head back up. And we've got a separate tap under it. Must remember to turn these off, by the way. It's one of the weirdnesses of having that little lever on the back of the shower head. Drop our sink down. And again, run out any air. Hot. And cold. And no plug in this one, it's just a tip back. It tips it down a chute. And that's all the water system purged. Have a little look and our water tank which says it's over full. We'll look underneath the van, and it's not overflowing yet, so we know that that's a false reading. This is where we keep the pipes and the electrics under the seat. I'm just going to plug her into the mains and get the water heater boiling up again to clean everything up. Another thing you want to do from a hygiene, smells, water point of view is this van has a wastewater or grey water tank as well. So what you want to do is, rather than just let the water out of the tank via the tap, the freshwater tank, put a fair amount down into the grey water tank and then empty that, and it flushes it out and basically makes sure nothing's growing in there. Don't forget also to flush through the pipes on your toilet. This has got electric flush, so again we've got water in the tank that's nice and clean and treated. Let's push it through the pump up to the flush, and then let it down into the waste tank. A couple of those will again make sure we've got fresh water and there's no stale water anywhere. Once the tank's had some water through it, take the cassette out, and this has just got that bit of water that I flush through. Then pull that down the domestic toilet and put a little bit of your preferred toilet cleaner in here. This is the cap off the toilet cassette, and it's got a measuring marker on it, and I put 60 millilitres of this one, organic toilet fluid, into my tank before we get going. Which is that much. Fluid lives just down there. Oops. Pop this straight in here, and I'll top it up with a couple of litres of water just to get it moving around. Go. Really great clean system, this Thetford cassette. That's it done. Ta-da! So having put some water into the grey water tank, on this vehicle the way you release it is just to unhook a pipe, which is here, and lower it and allow it to drain away. So we're going to do that, and it's just going to move any smells out of the grey water tank. And the final part of prep really is just to plug in your vehicle to the mains and let the batteries charge up overnight. Where I'm heading, I have got an electrical hookup, which is excellent, but you never want to be caught out without having a fully charged leisure battery, in order that you can at least run the lights, get the pump running, move a bit of water around until you can get that electrical hookup. So a good overnight charge is a really good thing to do. Even if the vehicle's been running regularly and you imagine that the alternator is going to have kept everything topped up via the ZIG unit, then just plugging it into the mains and giving it a good soak is a really good idea. So that's my quick guide to getting the vehicle ready for a bit of an adventure, refreshing your systems and making sure that we have a good trip. Hope you're all well and see you out on the road.